Hey everyone, hey, today we're going to be planting some calla lily bulbs in these little whiskey plastic pots. It's going to be a fun experience. I've never grown calla lilies from bulbs. I purchased some from Tulip World and I'm going to show you how these bulbs are doing. They've actually been in these plastic bags for probably a couple weeks just because I've gotten so busy, and I'm going to show you what they look like. I got the mixed and Picasso. The mix are already growing. The Picasso are not, so I am soaking those. So let's get started. I'm just going to be kind of showing you how I do this. Just appreciate a thumbs up on this video. It helps me grow my channel. If you like, you can look in the description area for all the items that I recommend and have used in my gardening videos. If you haven't subscribed to my videos, go ahead and do that right now. Hit that notification bell so you can get notified when I have new content coming on my garden channel. As we plant these, I'm also going to be talking about them. These are kind of a new plant for me, but I want to learn more about them. And I've also grown them from seeds, so this is going to be a little different growing from the bulb. They're going to be placed out in my greenhouse where it's going to be really warm, so they should be really happy. So I'm going to bring you in, show you what kind of soil I'm using, how deep I'm planting them, and as we go I'll be talking more about the calla lilies. Alright, are you excited? I am. Let's get started. This one that I'm planting first is going to be the mixed. These could be any color, so it's going to be fun to kind of grow on, but you can see all the new growth coming, all that nice new growth. Again, these were in the plastic bags and they sprouted really nice. I'm using a peat and perlite mix. I added more perlite to get some better aeration, and I've always had the best success with this soil, so I'm going to be using them with my calla lilies as well. So it says to plant anytime between February and June. I'm in June. I'm a little late. I would have loved to have these done sooner, but that's okay. But you want to do it after danger of frost, especially if you're planting them outdoors. It says bury these 3 to 4 inches deep. I have them approximately 3.5, somewhere in there. I did not wet these at all, but my soil is a little moist, so that is going to help. I just placed them right in the pot like so. These, it says space 6 to 9 inches. Now I usually fudge a little bit when I'm growing things, just because I want to put them in these pots. These pots I'm planting them in are 10 by approximately 10 by 6 inches deep. So I think they'll be just fine. I think it's going to give them enough room to grow. Now these are hybrid calla lilies. They don't like to be soggy, so I'm going to be really careful. I got them already positioned where I want them in the pot. I'm just going to give them a little bit of water to start with, and then we're going to cover them with soil. 8 weeks after planting, flower stalks will start appearing and they'll bloom for a couple months. Zones 8 to 10, but I have talked to other people that there's some people in zone 6 that these have wintered over. And it's probably going to depend on the area, the climate, and everything else associated. Some calla lilies will also probably be a little more hardy. I'm just going to top this off now. This is going to be exciting, especially when they start poking out. And as I go, I'm definitely going to be sharing this with every one of you. These like full sun to partial shade, bright indirect light being ideal. Dense shade might damper on the bud count, so we don't want to do the shade. Mostly a sunny area. Scorching midday sun also can be a challenge for them, so maybe put them in where it's pretty good light during the day, pretty good sun during the day, but maybe if you're in a hotter climate, give them some afternoon shade. It usually helps many flowers. You're going to want to just test your soil. You'll be able to tell if there's moisture there. And then if there isn't, give them some water. Just don't overwater them. Make sure you got drainage holes in your pots. So calla lilies like a slightly acidic soil, 5.6 to 6.5 pH. This peat soil is kind of acidic, so I think they'll be fine. I also have a little bit of time-release fertilizer in here just for them as they grow, and it's going to be perfectly fine. I think they'll do just great with this combination. If I'm wrong, I definitely will let you know on this video as well. I am putting these in pots. It's going to be easier for me to kind of watch them in the greenhouse. Actually are not attractive to cats, animals. You kind of want to make sure the cats do not be chewing on them. It can make them ill. I know, you know I got cats around here. I think that should be good. I'm going to tap it down just a little bit. And then I'm going to put a little more water on the top and kind of watch these as I go. These are not bothered by deer, and they do multiply pretty good. That's why I'm excited. Definitely going to have to bring these pots in because with our area it's way too cold. See how the water just goes down in the soil really nice. It should get down in there. Water them in real well the first time, and then I'm probably going to leave them alone for a little while. I don't want them to stay wet. I think that's going to be just right. I'm going to mark them because I do have the Picassos I'm going to be planting. These are just a mix, which is going to be real exciting to show you guys when they start growing. I can't wait. So they're going to go out in my greenhouse. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is the bug situation. If I keep them indoors, I don't know if they're going to get the best lighting. So I'm going to put them out in the greenhouse for a little while and just really watch them for bugs. And I can just watch them better in these pots, you know, than in the ground. I just feel that I'll be able to watch them a little more. I'm excited. You stay watching because I'm going to be showing you, hopefully in a week or two, that they shot up in these pots. You're going to see shoots, you're going to see plants, you're going to see green, and it probably won't even take that long. So we'll see you then. So it's July 12th, and now you can see the calla lilies are starting to poke through the soil. This is the mixed flowers. This one's not quite as far, but they're coming. I can feel them. Right there they are. There's some right here. So this will be fun to see. I'm going to water these today. Here's the other variety. It is coming kind of nicely too. They're just not real fast. I mean, we're in July already, and there's, you know, they're going to be a little late, but I think they're going to be okay. We're going to have a couple nice months yet, and they should be just fine. So this will be exciting to watch. So in front of you is the Samar calla lily. Isn't that pretty? Really a pretty bloom. I just got these in my greenhouse, and I'm really hoping that they will seed for me, because I'm wanting to save the seeds. Very pretty. I'm just going to keep them in this pot. They're just an annual in our area, and they like sun to part shade. And they're doing good on the back area of my greenhouse here, which has got pretty good lighting but not intense sun. Very unique funnel-like flower. I wanted to show you what the calla lilies look like as they fade. We're in July now, and I'm just wanting to see what is going to actually happen here. Are we going to get some seeds? We're going to have to keep watching to see. The plant itself looks pretty good, but it needs potted. It needs repotted, because I can see the roots coming, and it wouldn't hurt to have this repotted at this time. They're in my hot, warm greenhouse. I'm keeping them moist, and we're going to just keep watching these to see how they do. So we're at the end of September almost, and the calla lily bulbs are still just green. They're experiencing some colder nights already, and I still have them outside in my little greenhouse. They don't look the greatest, do they? They got to have what they need. The leaves, these are some of the speckled leaves. They have not bloomed, and I just don't feel that they're getting enough of what they need here. A lot of it is I planted them pretty late, and I don't know, I may bring them inside, but I'm also kind of afraid that I'm going to be bringing bugs in with them, so I'm going to have to kind of watch that too. I've been watering them good. They've had what they needed, except for maybe the temperatures have been way too hot, and then we're getting cool temperatures now. But at least they're still green. The bulb itself is not lost. And what I could do is let these freeze back, pull up the bulbs, and then place them in some pine shavings for next year to plant. And that may be just what I do. But I wanted to update you on them. They're going to be, I like the leaves on these. They've got the speckled leaves, very pretty. But I also noticed some yellowing on some of the tips. I don't know if that has to do with they got too dry, too wet. You know, I just don't know. I have not dealt with calla lilies a whole lot, but my time has been limited also to take good care of these because we've had a lot going on in September. And even before, we've had some family stuff going on that we had to deal with. And sometimes you just don't get everything taken care of. So I'm probably just going to conclude this video for now. If I decide to take and let these die back from the frost, then I'm going to pull them up. And I could probably leave them in the pots and put them in my basement. So I just kind of wanted to share the update with you. And just to let you know where they're at. And they definitely could look better, that's for sure. But it's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of temperature changes. We've had extreme heat this year. And they've been in this hot greenhouse. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. If you like this video, can I get a thumbs up? Hit the subscribe button. Click on the notification bell to get notified of all my new video content. Thank you, and I will see you next time.